Welcome back to 1 Minute Monday. I hope you're all doing really well. And this week we're looking at reels. So this time around we're looking at the powerhouse that is Penn. Penn have been making reels for absolutely years and years and years. And they make some really good reels, and the price is normally quite good as well. In front of me here I have the Penn Rival LC range. We've got two different sizes in two different colourways almost. Got a 6,000 and we've got a 7,000 as well at the back. So a bigger reel and a smaller reel. Perfect for your carp fishing. So let's take a little bit of a closer look at them. So firstly, as you can see, we've got two different colours on the reels. There are a couple of other differences as well, which we'll talk about first, that cover the whole range. We have the black edition, which is black on black on black, which is lovely, I'm sure you'll all agree. And then we have the black with the gold detailing on the spool and on the handle as well. They are the first obvious differences, but there are some more. So on the black version you actually get a folding handle, which we all love as carp anglers, with a nice wooden knob. Pretty standard in the carp industry now, folding handle, wooden knob. Most people are doing them. Now in the gold spooled edition, which is what we're going to call it, you get a fixed handle with a rubber T-piece handle, which is slightly more comfortable, slightly stronger as well with it being a fixed handle. All the retrieve ratios are the same between the two different styles. The line capacity is exactly the same as well, about 250 metres of standard 12-pound line on the 6,000 and about 540 metres of 12-pound line on the bigger 7,000. So line capacity is fantastic. Got more line than you're ever going to need, and it can hold it really well. The one other difference is how the ball bearings are seated in the reels and how the reels are actually made. So the reels with a gold lip on the spool are actually saltwater proof. So you could take those to the beach, you can use them for beach casting, which is what these reels are originally derived from. You're not going to have any problems with them seizing up or anything like that. So if you're a carp angler that goes on a holiday and likes to fish on the beach every now and again, then these are going to be great because you can use them in the surf and you're not going to have an issue. Whereas the black edition reels are predominantly aimed at just the freshwater market, and their ball bearings are not sealed, so they are not saltwater proof. They are the only differences between the two different colourways of the reel. Now it's fair to say that the Rival with the gold lip spool and the gold detailing on the handles is a surf casting reel. It just pretty much is. But with the colouring and the styling of it, I think it fits the carp market perfectly for someone who wants something a little bit different. And price-wise, they're actually the same as well, depending on which one you go for. So the 6,000 reel in the all black or the black and the gold comes in at about 90 quid per reel. And the bigger 7,000 in the black or the gold lip spool comes in about 120 quid a reel. So prices are exactly the same as well. It just really comes down to your personal preference if you like the black on black or if you like something a little bit different. One more nice feature to cover on all four of the reels here in the range is that the spools are braid ready. Now in a world where a lot more carp anglers are using braided mainline these days, having a spool that is braid ready is a really nice touch and quite important. It'll help the braid stop spinning on your spool when it's wet or even when it's dry, preventing any issues on the cast or just in general use whatsoever. That is done on these spools by having a flush fit rubber washer right in the middle of the spool. So when your braid's on there, it's nice and tight, and that seating on the rubber means it isn't going to slip anywhere. Obviously, if you're just using mono, it's a nice touch as well. Mono very rarely slips on a spool, but having that extra feature there to mitigate that problem, it can only be a benefit when it comes to mono. If you want to get really gritty into the details of the differences between these reels, there is one more, and the black editions are actually about 3 grams heavier than the gold friends. So if weight is really picky for you, which with these reels it shouldn't really be because they're not the lightest reels to start with, 3 grams difference between the black edition and the gold. Now I mentioned the weight. Penn reels are known for not being the lightest of reels compared to your Shimano's or your Daio's and things like that, but they are built like tanks. Speaking from experience, I had the first Penn Affinity 7000 LTDs when they first entered the carp market with their black reels, and I had those for a good couple of years on my Witchwood 12-foot rods, and they were flawless. The line lay was amazing, never skipped a beat. I don't treat my gear in the best way, I think a few of you know that by now, and dunking them in the lake to clean them off, rubbing them in the dirt, dropping them all over the place, and they didn't skip a beat at all. They're built like tanks. Does mean they're slightly heavier for the harder wearing parts, but at the end of the day, it's a bit of a payoff between having something built tough and rugged and something being built to be lightweight. So there we have the new Penn Rival reels. I think they're beautiful reels. Obviously the smaller size, the 6000, perfectly suited for your 9-foot rods, your 10-foot rods, or even your 11-12-foot floater rods as well, being a slightly smaller reel. And obviously your 7000 series reel are suited for your 13-foots or even your 12-foot rods for your longer casting and your slightly heavier setups. But the price to me is the interesting thing. With the 6000, as I've already said, being about 90 quid and the 7000 being about 120 quid, they really fit that budget nicely if you're on a budget to get your first set of decent carp reels, or you're on a budget to get your fishing gear, however it is, then these are a really good budget reel that you can get that you know is going to be tough and reliable and serve you and work for you well for a good few years. Now, we'll obviously link them below for you on the website, so if you want to buy them online, have them sent straight to your house, you can do, or you can come into store and see them for yourself and pick up a set while you're in. But that's it for this video. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you in the next one.